Welcome to the Mystery Revealed. Today we embark on a journey into one of the most enigmatic brotherhoods in history, the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar, a name that conjures up images of valiant crusaders, treasure-laden vaults, and clandestine rituals. Founded nearly a millennium ago, this religious military order quickly rose to become one of the most powerful organizations in medieval Europe. Whispers of their secret rites and mysterious connections have fueled myths that persist to this very day. In this video, we'll sift through history, folklore, and speculation to uncover the Knights Templars' true story. From their humble beginnings in Jerusalem to the cataclysmic events that led to their demise, we'll explore every facet of their legacy. Get ready as we uncover the truth and separate fact from fiction, shedding light on one of history's most fascinating brotherhoods. The founding of the Templars. Our story begins in the early 12th century, in the aftermath of the First Crusade. In 1119, 9 French knights led by Hugues de Payens approached King Baldwin, II of Jerusalem, with a unique proposal. They wanted to form a monastic order dedicated to protecting Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. These men took vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, typical of monastic life, but they also carried swords and pledged to defend the vulnerable. They were initially called the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, later shortened to the Knights Templar because King Baldwin II granted them quarters in a wing of the royal palace near the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. Early records show that they lived modestly, owning only a few horses and subsisting on donations. Yet their reputation for bravery and discipline quickly spread, attracting noble patrons from across Europe. Rapid rise to power. Though they started with meager resources, the Knights Templar gained the backing of influential leaders in church and state. Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, a key religious figure of the time, penned a treatise praising their courage and piety, which helped secure papal endorsement. In 1139, Pope Innocent II granted the Templars extraordinary privileges, including exemption from local church authorities. This autonomy meant they could move freely, raise funds, and build a vast network of commanderies across Europe and the Holy Land. Before long, the Templars were not only defending Christian territories, but also amassing significant wealth. They owned lands and castles in multiple countries and even devised an early form of banking, safeguarding pilgrims' valuables and issuing letters of credit. For travelers, this was far safer than carrying large sums of money on perilous roads. These financial innovations made them indispensable to the medieval economy and naturally invited envy. Their power began to rival that of many monarchs, fueling intrigue and suspicion about what might lie behind their growing influence. Secret rituals and symbolism. One of the most tantalizing mysteries surrounding the Knights Templar is their alleged secret rites. Because the Templars answered only to the Pope and had their own internal hierarchy, rumors abounded about what happened behind closed doors. Their initiation ceremonies were said to be shrouded in secrecy, fueling speculation that they engaged in heretical worship or even occult practices. The Templar sigil, typically 2 knights sharing a single horse, symbolized their vow of poverty and unity. However, some claim it held hidden esoteric meanings. Additionally, the iconic red cross on a white background came to represent their divine mission, signifying purity and sacrifice. Over the centuries, various secret societies have claimed spiritual lineage from the Templars, suggesting that the order preserved arcane wisdom that was passed down through hidden channels. While medieval chronicles offer only scant details, the order's confidentiality, combined with its sudden disappearance, fed innumerable legends about hidden treasure, forbidden relics, and lost documents. Involvement in the Crusades. The Templars' primary mission was to defend the Holy Land, They participated in numerous battles throughout the Crusades, often at the front lines. Their discipline, combined with their unwavering faith, made them formidable warriors. Chroniclers described their battlefield tactics as highly organized. They launched well-coordinated cavalry charges designed to break enemy lines swiftly. They also erected and maintained strategic fortresses in places like Acre, Tortosa, and Bagras. These strongholds were vital for defending roads and supplying the Crusader states. The Templars' reputation for valor sometimes bordered on the reckless. They were known to fight to the last man rather than surrender. This martial prowess bolstered their legend, further distinguishing them as an elite fighting force. However, the Crusades themselves became increasingly complex. Political alliances shifted, and by the late 13th century, the Christian footholds in the Holy Land were crumbling under pressure from more unified Muslim forces, notably led by leaders such as Saladin. As momentum turned against the Crusaders, even the brave Knights Templar couldn't halt the tide of change. Myths and legends, Holy Grail, Baphomet, and more. Beyond their military exploits, the Knights Templar loom large in the realm of myth and legend. Several prominent tales suggest they might have discovered sacred relics beneath the Temple Mount, the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, or ancient scrolls containing arcane wisdom. Some accounts theorize that these treasures were the true source of their power and wealth, as they could leverage hidden knowledge or sacred artifacts. Then there's the infamous accusation of idol worship, specifically the figure known as Baphomet. During the Templars' downfall, some members were forced, often under torture, to confess to worshipping a mysterious entity, while modern scholars argue that these confessions were extracted under duress and likely fabricated. The notion of a diabolical deity linked to the Templars persists in popular culture. These captivating stories have inspired countless novels, movies, and speculative documentaries. Yet concrete evidence remains elusive. Still, the possibility of a secret Templar treasure or a hidden trove of documents intrigues many treasure hunters and conspiracy theorists to this day. The downfall, politics, power, and betrayal. If the Knights Templar were so powerful, how did they fall? The answer lies in a confluence of politics, greed, and shifting alliances. By the early 14th century, the Christian strongholds in the Holy Land had almost entirely collapsed, reducing the Templars' military relevance. Meanwhile, the order still controlled vast wealth and land holdings in Europe. King Philip IV of France, deeply in debt to the Templars, sought to seize their assets. With the assistance of Pope Clement V, he orchestrated a campaign of arrests, beginning on Friday, October 13th, 1307, an event that some link to the superstition around Friday the 13th. Under torture, many Templars confessed to heresy and blasphemy, though historians widely regard these confessions as coerced. By 1312, the Pope officially dissolved the order. Their property was largely transferred to the Knights Hospitaller, while many Templar knights were imprisoned or executed. Jacques de Molay, the last Grand Master, was famously burned at the stake in 1314, allegedly cursing his persecutors with his final breath. Whether that curse had any real effect is a matter of legend, but the downfall of the Knights Templar remains a powerful story of how political intrigue can destroy even the mightiest institutions. The enduring legacy. Though the order was dissolved centuries ago, the Knights Templar remain a potent symbol in popular culture. Their image, white mantles bearing a red cross, has become shorthand for courage, faith, and mystique. Over the years, secret societies and fraternal organizations have claimed Templar lineage, seeing the group as a primordial guardian of lost wisdom. Books, films, and video games have magnified their legend. From Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade to The Da Vinci Code, references to Templar secrets persist, tapping into our collective fascination with hidden knowledge. Scholars continue to study Templar archives, unearthing new insights into medieval economy, warfare, and spirituality. Each discovery fuels fresh debate. Were the Knights Templar simply a product of their time, or custodians of something more profound? So, were the Knights Templar truly guardians of secret knowledge, or does their lore stem from centuries of rumor and sensationalism? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. Their disciplined military might and financial prowess were undeniable, and their downfall was as dramatic as any legend could script. Secret rituals and hidden treasures may capture our imagination, but the Templars' most enduring legacy might simply be their ability to stand at the crossroads of faith, power, and mystery. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the past. While our quest may not yield a definitive answer about the Templars' hidden truths, it does shed light on how history can be shaped, or misshaped, by the stories we tell ourselves. If you've enjoyed unraveling the enigma of the Knights Templar with us, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, remember, sometimes the greatest mysteries are the ones we carry with us, waiting to be explored.